solutions. Fourth, our work together must respect the proper roles of government and community. Government, law enforcement, and counterterrorism at the local, state, and federal levels should focus on keeping our country safe by preventing and prosecuting illegal behavior, including terrorist activities. And as experience has shown us, this is most effective when done in partnership with affected communities, because you know your communities best. The separate task of countering radical ideologies, the beliefs and attitudes that can lead to violence, must be led by families and communities, including your organizations. Government can play a supporting role, as is the Department of Homeland Security, in partnership with some of your organizations, but communities must take the lead. I commend your efforts to reach vulnerable individuals, especially young people, through religious education, social programs, and the internet and social networking sites. But I want to say a word about the internet. Just like gangs and drug dealers have infiltrated our neighborhoods and our parks and our playgrounds, so too have violent extremists and terrorists penetrated our cyber domain to ply their evil and sinful trade. Our communities must be vigilant for those cyber activities and defeat the efforts of those who would seek to do us harm. Finally, there is the principle that can guide each and every one of us, regardless of our faith, that we never forget the core values of diversity and tolerance and trust that define all of us as Americans. Each of us in our own lives has many identities. I am at once a son, a husband, a father, a Virginian, a Catholic, a public servant. As students, you are at once a son or a daughter or a brother or a sister, a Muslim, a student. Each of us at times may struggle with our different identities. I know I do. Others may try to get us to focus narrowly on the identities that seem to separate us, but we can never lose sight of the identities that unite us. We are all Americans, and therefore we all share a common purpose. We are a nation of faith, founded by men and women who came here to escape religious persecution, and have since been joined by believers of every faith. We are a nation of liberty, dedicated to the proposition that all men and women are created equal. Just as I am the son of an immigrant, we are a nation of immigrants, constantly renewed and strengthened by new arrivals from every country and culture every day. We are a nation of progress, where rights and justice have been expanded when we come together across color, creed, and faith to demand change. As the President said in Cairo, there are those who say that Muslims and non-Muslims are somehow fated to disagree, that as individuals we must somehow choose among our many identities, that different civilizations are doomed to clash. Of course, that myth is belied by more than 200 years of American history and American success. And it is belied by those of you in this room, Americans who know that our identities of faith and citizenship are not exclusive of one another. They're mutually reinforcing. On the contrary, religion and nationality strengthen and reinforce each other as well as America itself. And anyone who doubts this truth need only look to recent events in Haiti. Amidst so much suffering, we saw man's inherent goodness. People came together from many nations and faiths, Christian and Jew, Muslim, Sikh, and Hindu, for a single purpose, to help other human beings in crisis. And I couldn't help but think, as I watched that footage, how much it stood in stark contrast to the blood and the suffering and the deaths that have been perpetrated by extremist organizations. The effort in Haiti included physicians and relief works from the Islamic Medical Association of North America, Islamic Relief, and the Zakats Foundation. As one of those volunteers said, we are commanded by our Creator to help a fellow man indeed. It's very clear in the Quran that to save one human life is as if you saved all of humanity. I can't imagine a more inspiring lesson for all of us. And as we work together here at home to keep our country safe, as we work together around the world to build a safer and more secure future for our children, I think this is something that has brought us together today. but it cannot last just for today. And again, I want to sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity to speak to you here today. Thank you very much.